Entertainment thought for me. Entertainment purpose only. I'm Nia General Respect, and my content is not for everybody. No, entertainment thought for me. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end, and I truly hope all is well, and I say that respectfully. I truly hope that you had a good day. Or if you didn't, you're mad and you're worthy. Never get blamed yourself, and I say that respectfully. You know, regardless to who gave up on you all during your journey or said that you didn't have potential or who didn't know how to love you or respect you, never give up on yourself. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I'm still healing from a hate crime. And I say respectfully from 731 to the 5. Here's the straight though, a motherfucker with those spirit gadgets and tie they fucking hands. I didn't sign up for this bullshit. That's what I did. But never feel wrong for speaking up for yourself, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Loving yourself is not a crime. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I'm far from a hater. I'm far from a copycat. I'm truly authentic. Certain folks ain't used to. You know, fulfilling the shoes at the end of the day, that God didn't overlook you. God gave you a vision. It wasn't seeking revenge. Having good intentions at the end of the day would never understand how you weather that storm to go within. You know, that concentration is different. Being focused, God brought you balance, acknowledge your worth, that you are worthy, then have hate in your vein, regardless of your tax bracket, overcoming those rainy days, loving yourself to better yourself, never get discouraged, because someone tries to humiliate you, throw spoken in a toxic way, make you feel you're supposed to be in a mindset of being insecure, but hold on 1 second, God made a way. God made a way to heal your mental health. That energy is different when it comes to hold on 1 second. You never thought that you was better than somebody. You just knew how to weather it. Something they couldn't relate to was going within understanding self-control. No, the check on me, goddamn. My cousin was, oh, okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. Never give up on yourself because someone did not love you, respect you, or protect you, or show up for you, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. Loving yourself is not a crime. Today is currently September 12th, 2025. Always be yourself. No, it's the shit don't be goddamn it. My cousin about us. Oh, okay. You ever been minding your business, minding your business? No, it's the chain throw for me. You ever had that family member or associate or someone that you communicate with on the regular? You know what I'm saying? You know, today Friday. Today Friday. No, it's straight though. I don't give a fuck about today Friday or not. This motherfucker want to come and disturb your motherfucking piece of the niggas. They got a nice little fucking shape up, a haircut and shit. Oh! You ever had one of the motherfucking relatives come around in the day with a little couple of dollars they just got paid? And they flossing and shit at the end of the day, but they forgot to realize, you owe me some money, motherfucker. No, the change on me. This motherfucker done went got a haircut, shape up. So what you doing tonight? Minding my business. It's a trade on me. What the fuck wrong with people? No, for real, for real. How you ask me what I'm doing? You still didn't pay me back from, hold on 1 second, gave you a couple of excuses like 2 months ago. Hello? No, for real, for real. A motherfucker would act like at the end of the day, nothing happened. They didn't ask to borrow some money from you. You know, you don't even think about the money no more. You ain't thinking about that shit. It's the principles, bitch. Put my money back in the trade over me. Don't be sitting there flexing and shit at the end of the day, the way you count your money. A motherfucker would sit there and start counting the money right in front of you. And you counting the bills because now it's over the limit now, for their pocket. You ain't counting their pocket, but you said, okay, well, you got enough to pay me back. Hello, what's wrong with your concentration? I knew you was in a small studying class, but goddamn it, don't play in my face too. No, it's the trait though for me. And to say purpose only. This motherfucker gonna say, so, what we doing tonight? What we doing? We don't have to do anything, but you could just give me back my money. No, for real, we could be on the same page and moving forward when it comes to better days. No, the truth over me. Motherfucker gonna scratch their motherfucker head and say, oh yeah, I do owe you some money. This motherfucker on the phone making reservations going somewhere else or somebody else. It's the train over me. I gotta go. Oh, now you gotta go because someone say they want their motherfucking money back? What the fuck wrong with people? No, for real. You were just plotting at the end of the day. What we doing tonight? You want to get a drink or two, you want to get a little smoke going, get your little food or whatever the case may be. That's what you was planning on doing at the end of the day. And you asked me what I wanted to do. I want my money back so I can understand that I'm at peace with myself and I ain't got to ask you again. No, it's a trade off of me. You ever had one of those family members or associates or friends or whatever the case may be? They get a new hairdo or whatever the case may be. This whole fucking month they've been acting all funny and stink. Bigfoot bitch. It's a trade off of me. They come around you and shit, they got their motherfucking head done. Oh, you acting funny today, huh? No, it's a shit of me. I don't know what it is. When motherfuckers their hair done, they little shape up and shit, they little tape up. They a new person. No, for real, just for the moment. Give them a couple of hours to let that shit actually sink in the day. Reality gonna start to kick in, cause you know why? They gotta realize, you know what? It's gonna wear for a couple of days. No, it's a changed over me. I want you to keep the same energy at the end of the day. No, for real. A motherfucker will come around you. And in the back of your head, you say to yourself is, don't this motherfucker owe me some money? No, it's a trade told me. What the fuck? I can't stand you son of a bitches. No, for real. You know, if I ever borrow or something from somebody today, I'm gonna make sure I get that shit back. Cause I don't got time for me. Nobody trying to you gonna do what, bitch? I think the fuck not. You ain't gonna talk shit to me. Ah! No, for real. A motherfucker gonna run you down in the day. Oh, so you buying food today, bitch, huh? Oh, you got your little fucking hair done. Oh, you going on a date, huh, bitch? No. I remember this one time I think this Bigfoot bitch tried to run me down, and I spoke to the bitch like a week ago. I'm like, yo, I'ma have your little change Friday, alright? Friday didn't fucking even get here yet. We only at Wednesday. It's a trade though for me. This motherfucker gonna say I need it. I said, bitch, I ain't got my check yet. No, it's a trade though for me. I didn't get it yet. I swear I didn't get the check yet. Everybody like, she got money. No, I did. No, the trade on me. I had to spend my last little couple of dollars to make sure I got from point A to Z to mind my fucking business. I ain't know the bitches around me was fucking counting my pockets too. Oh, y'all bitches is fucking weird as fuck. And if you went back and told my motherfucking business to the wrong person, hello, I gotta give them back their goddamn money, bitch. What the fuck wrong with you? No, the trade on me. When I got payday, I had to ask a couple of dollars to give it back to me shit. This motherfucker come knock on my motherfucking door. My man be like, get this fucking door! Oh, what the fuck? I'm sleeping, bitch. What the fuck wrong with you? Why this boy-headed bitch knocking on my door? I don't know. I get to the door, whatever the case may be. This motherfucker gonna say, you got that for me? You know when your parent is being a parent at the moment at the end of the day? I ain't running no fucking crack house, bitch. I ain't running no drug house. How the fuck y'all gotta go where the fuck am I doing that bullshit? I'm saying to myself, is that, no, ma'am. None of that going on over here. I swear, none of that going on over here. I get paid Friday. Give me one more day. Or whatever the case may be. I got you. No, even checked on me. This bitch was mad. I said, you know what? I got a little drinky drink for you if you cool with that. And I see you. And I see you. When I see you, I got you. The check on me. Motherfuckers talk too motherfucking much. And that's why I ain't got no friends now. No, the check though for me. So then, you know, Friday, I pay the day. You ever had to give somebody something and they know where to be found? Now you pissing me the fuck off. You ran me down all the fucking things, you fucking weird piece of shit. I'm calling your phone, it's going to voicemail. Where the fuck you been? No, the truth on me. You got me going from point A to Z. I'm going to this person's house, going to that person's house. I'm running around with my fucking head almost chopped up. What the fuck going on? You could have held on to it a couple of days. I would have came and found you, or you just saw me in the street or whatever case may be. You could have gave it to me then. So you mean to tell me you came knocked on my door, woke me in my motherfucking sleep, and you took my what? You know what? I know not to ask you again. No, it's a straight over me. I ain't asking nobody for no goddamn money. This is why no. I don't got time for that shit. No, I don't. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, entertain purposes only. Always be yourself when nobody's attentions. I'm still healing from a hate crime that was done to me. You know, spiritual warfare is real. How folks will project spell work on you, to project beauty magic, make sure you're financially not stable, or they would send spoke in a toxic way. They would even gang stalk you with your next door neighbor, different tax bracket, to try to humble you, to try to project fear in you, to make you feel like you're not worthy. They would even do things to dig up your past, to try to blackmail you against you. Never give up on yourself, and I say it respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine of respect, and I do not live in fear, and I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm far from a copycat. I'm authentic. Yes, I'm a child of God. And I don't have to pretend regardless of my sexual orientation, regardless of who's trying to blackmail me against me or disrespect me. I do not live in fear. My content is not for everyone. I do not dibble and dabble with spell work, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not energy harvest off my neighbor's energy, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't gang stalk my neighbors, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I don't need to destiny stuff by nobody. because I have my own anointings when it comes to God's blueprint. My soul was never for sale when I was truly keeping it real. I worship my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God. And I do not worship the devil, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless to my sexual orientation, my disability, or my age, or my religion. And I say that respectfully. I know how to respect my neighbor regardless to their culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. When someone says you don't have potential, that does not mean stop loving you. That does not mean living fair. That does not mean stop showing up for you. When someone says you don't have potential, regardless to their tax bracket, it was never competition, neighbor. You said I was a what? Hold on 1 second. A miserable piece of seat. Hold on 1 second. You said I was a miserable piece. Wait, I'm getting confused. Can you guide me a little bit? You said I was a miserable piece of SHIT. I was a nobody at the end of the day. You thought I was a clown, but I wasn't wearing a red nose. Keeping it real at the end of the day. I ain't had to dibble and dabble in narcotics to be authentic, original. It's a train of thought for me. How folks try to confuse me with the next person at the end of the day. But I was far from pretending. I was far from pretending being authentic. I wasn't trying at the end of the day. I just knew how to show for myself. Hold on 1 second. Something that you're not used to. Someone being original. Not ever strength of me. It's what happens in life. Regardless if you have a speech problem, a disability problem, the right people will see you, hear you, respect you with no misintentions. And I say that respectfully. Continue to be patient with you. Regardless if you have a lust problem, always be patient with you. Because the right people, they're not going to disrespect you or send spoke towards you or send you the evil lie, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. They know how to put respect on your name regardless of what you've been through, especially when you're trying to get physical. You ain't part of the hate train. You ain't doing it for likes. If he's a cloud chasing or fame, you knew how to respect your neighbor, far from pretending being authentic. Who would have knew? Because you took accountability for your actions. You found love within to love yourself. Still being patient with time and day when it comes to true healing, going within. They would never understand your walk of life, but the right people that truly feel at the end of the day would never overlook you. And I say that respectfully, being authentic. I don't worship the devil, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. It's not a crime to be authentic. They said, you what, Kenya Cooney, you ain't nobody. Hold on 1 second, neighbor, I'm far from a hater. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. Stop the violence in the community. Now, ever tricked off of me. It was no, hold on 1 second. It was no support, neighbor. No support, neighbor. But God loves his different. But God loves his different. You know, God was never pretending when God loved you. God allowed you to see balance when it comes to communication going within. Loving yourself to better yourself, never dim. Yet, like they say, here she go again. She's whack, she's corny, she's a nobody. But I poured into myself. I was somebody. I was a child of God. I didn't have to get physical. I ain't have to project at the end of the day your mental health. Hold on 1 second. When you said I wasn't stable, how you was projected on me, I may not make sense to the average person, but being authentic, something that you couldn't relate to, was gone within. Understand the hold on 1 second. How you was in competition with yourself? There is a change of me. I don't know what's wrong with these people either. It's the part where they say that you're mentally unstable. You know, people pick and choose who could talk about spirituality. People pick and choose who could talk about violence, hate crime, discrimination, narcotics. You put a name in your book. Always be yourself with no intentions. I'm far from a hater, regardless if you're male or female. I don't give off that type of energy. You're not for me, just stay in your lane. I don't project spirit, but damn, I see we wasn't the same. How folks will put you in competition, we was never competing. How folks would actually think folks will put on a show and act like they know you to try to humble you, trying to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, energy, harvest, snow for you, trying to steal your destiny. This type of stuff actually happens when you know how to communicate the goal within. Being authentic with bother someone's mental health, being original. Hold on 1 second. I didn't have an identity crisis. That's a train of thought for me. I knew how to respect my neighbor when he couldn't even see. I was far from a hate. I was still bigging folks up, regardless of what I was going through on a rainy day. I ain't have to get physical when you disrespected me. I put it in God's hands. Hold on 1 second. We wasn't the same. I don't worship the devil. Hold on 1 second. God had a better plan. No, and the straight of me. I don't worship the devil. Have a good day. Today's currently September 12th, 2005. Always be yourself. Never get distracted or get discouraged because someone doesn't understand your potential. Everybody, growth hits different when it comes to maturing. But when the right people walk into your life, regardless to where you at in your healing journey or where you at in your spiritual journey at the end of the day, respect's a two-way street. It's not everybody's going to come into your life and project spell work towards you. Not everybody's going to come into your life and send you the evil lie. But you're not wrong for speaking up for yourself when folks in the background hiding their hands at the end of the day when it comes to spell work in a toxic way. One thing I don't run from is he say, she say. I could repeat everything I said that day. No, the check on me. I ain't scared. What happened? Hello? But folks try to blackmail you against you when you truly got potential, being authentic. They will never understand communication goes within. The unconditional love will bother someone's mental health. How they try to project glamour spell. Hold on one second, but you understood your wealth. The unconditional love. You didn't have to have the finest things in life. God was fixing your crown for all the right reasons so you won't reject yourself, but God allows you to pour into yourself with all the scars that was endured within you. They would never understand your point of view, how God was really stepping for you, how God spent the block right to left. You ain't have to get physical because you put it in God's hands, how your heavenly mother, father, God saw you, and they never overlooked you. Pointing out the devil on the enemy, let alone your next door neighbor, different tag factor when they try to cause confusion in your life not to do you right. They try to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, even project a hate crime. Only rest the hold on one second. All they want to do is disrespect you, paint you out to be the villain in their story. Hold on one second. They try to get you locked to put you in the sideboard to do you wrong because they wanted to rob you. How this type of stuff actually happens. Or because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline. Hold on one second. We all don't have the same habit. No, they have the trait on me. No. Because jealousy and envy and hate don't live in my blood. I don't care how much money you got at the end of the day. You could have the finest things today, tomorrow, at the end of the day, but that shit could go away quick in a second. And I say that respectfully. That's being humble. No, and the strength over me, no, for real. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm far from a hater. I know how to put respect on my neighbor's name. I know how to give credit when it's due. I know how to give my neighbor flowers when it's due. Never feel wrong for walking away from somebody when you poured into them. And they couldn't even meet you halfway, regardless to who it was that day. And I say that respectfully. Because folks will put on a show so good, like, damn. But then behind closed doors, they called you to crash out. But you was far from at the end of the day. You was far from pretending when you spoke up for yourself. They wanted to control the narrative when it come to hold on one second. They wanted to abuse you mentally, physically, emotionally, paint you out to be emotionally unstable. All because of the fact that they want to take kindness for weakness. How this type of stuff actually happens when you was truly being authentic. But God sends the right people into your life, regardless of where you're in your journey. The right people see you, hear you, respect you, and know those intentions. It's not that you run from your past, but God closed certain doors in your life for all the right reasons when it comes to elevation. That hold on one second. Self-love does last. Because when you choose you, the people that's truly for you will choose you and respect you, regardless if you go up and down with your weight, regardless if you gain a scar or two at the end of the day. Those same people that walked into your life, they don't look at you no different. Because you know why? It was always within. And that never switched up. Hold on one second. Being genuine. No, and the trend though, we're all not the same. I gotta go. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. I'm still healing from a hate crime. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I have grown-ass men threatening my life. And I do not live in fear. I have grown-ass men sending me spell work. And they have children. I do not live in fear. And the same for women too. Do they have to have children at the end of the day to have an excuse to throw spell work in a toxic way? Because we live in a spiritual world. Being authentic at the end of the day will bother someone's mental health. They would try to destroy you because they don't want you to show up for you. They would try to destroy you. But it was never for the money at the end of the day. When you were truly being authentic, being yourself. They would never understand at the end of the day. Not everybody does stuff for money. Especially when you're a genuine person at the end of the day. Because you can have your last and give it to somebody. If someone's watching you, within watching you, like, hold on one second. That person never switched up, not one time. That person will give their shirt off their back to somebody. Regardless to what storm they're going through at the end of the day. It was never for likes and views of clout chasing or fame. Far from acting. Because it was your reality that hinges is different. They not to pretend to be something you truly wasn't. We all aren't the same. When being a popular loner, and you always know how to respect your neighbor, they not to pretend at the end of the day that you didn't have nobody in your life. And it's just different. Folks do stuff for likes and views and charity cases or whatever the case may be. We all ain't the same, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. You matter and you are worthy. Regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey, they know how to love you or protect you or respect you. You matter and you are worthy. Because there are decent men and women in this world still that don't have the operating mindset of projecting spirit towards their neighbor or have the mindset of giving their neighbor the evil eye or trying to hurt their neighbor or create a hate train towards their neighbor. We all don't operate the same, regardless of someone's tax bracket. And I say that respectfully. There are decent men out here at the end of the day that talk with their chest, not with a pocketbook between their legs. No disrespect, no disrespect, no disrespect. No disrespect. But there are real men out here at the end of the day that know how to protect women, that know how to respect women, regardless if they had a mother in the household or not, or regardless if they had a father in the household or not. They know how to respect a woman, regardless of her sexual orientation at the end of the day, and especially when that woman didn't have to do anything to that man besides be her authentic self. She didn't have to be aggressive to him. She didn't have to disrespect him in no shape or form. Because we all not the same. And that goes for women too. There are women out here today that don't have the mindset of having jealousy, envy, or hate within them. They don't have that mindset. And they're not doing it for likes and views when they know how to respect somebody, when they just fall from pretending. Because when someone is truly not for you at the end of the day, they keep it pushing. It's a train of thought for me. They don't got time to be trying to get spell work done on you, going to this witch, that warlock, that tarot reader, that karmic, or whatever the case may be, that doctor that sends spell work towards you. Hello, like, nobody does that besides a karmic at the end of the day. Someone at the end of the day got ill intentions that doesn't want someone to elevate. We all don't operate the same, regardless of someone's tax bracket. No mother or father or loved one should lose a child or a loved one because someone lacks self-control when it comes to discipline or someone got insecurity problems. Nobody should lose a family member due to that. And I say that respectfully. Regardless if someone was in a single family household or not, respect is a two-way street. If someone is not for you, just keep it pushing. You screaming at you at peace with yourself or whatever the case may be. The action's not speaking too loud. Because at the end of the day, you wearing the mask, you pretending, hiding your hands behind spell work. Only was hold on 1 second, you wanted in the next person's life to project a hate crime towards them, to rob them mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, shortchange them at the end of the day of a family member. Come on, make it make sense. My content is not for everyone. It's not. When God sends the right people into your life, we all don't pray the same. We don't. I worship the good God with no malicious intentions. There's a good God, there's a bad God. And I don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, all misunderstanding, regardless of what I'm going through. And I'm far from a hater. When God sends the right people into your life, they act any body weight, not their shoe size. Regardless, they came from poverty and pain, they know how to respect you, not to pretend at the end of the day they was truly being authentic. Regardless, they having a good or bad day, at the end of the day, still cheering you on. Who would have knew they wasn't trying to sneak diss you, disrespect you out loud. They wasn't hiding their hands behind spell work. They wasn't projecting a hate crime towards you. They ain't have hate within them. They don't envy or jealousy. Hold on 1 second. It was never competition. I outdo you better than your trauma. I'll outdo you better than you. Nah. Because when real recognize real at the end of the day, that vocabulary is different. They don't got hacky devices, gang stalk you, project spoke in a toxic way to cause confusion in your life, trying to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially. The energy is different. Energy harvest off your energy. Always be yourself, no one's intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. And when the right people walk into your life, regardless if you gain weight or lose weight, you gain a scar or two, something happens to you, God forbid, them same people that came into your life that God sent, they will never switch up on you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself, regardless who's threatening my life, who's doing anything ill-intentions behind closed doors. At the end of the day, I do not live in fear. You know, regardless if you're an entrepreneur or not, and someone digs up your past to try to humiliate you or got you shadow banned because someone has animosity towards you and you have to do nothing to them, never allow someone's insecurities or someone's jealousy or envy to dim your light or discourage you. And I say that respectfully because someone didn't want to acknowledge you. They saw potential within you, taking notes at the end of the day when you didn't have to get physical. How they sat there and played in God's face, saying God wasn't real, but God didn't make a mistake. God allowed you to see that you was truly the miracle. Overcoming that spirit they would never understand. It was never competing, going within. Because you're in your own lane and everybody's not for you. Because the right people at the end of the day that's truly for you respect a two-way street, not to humiliate you. My content is not for everybody. Or let alone project a hate crime towards you. Or let alone a hate train. Like, make it make sense at the end of the day. It's one thing speaking about something, but for you to bring harm towards somebody or gang stalk somebody, and then you say someone is mentally unstable, hacking their devices or whatever the case may be, then you say someone's mentally unstable. No, you did a straight body jacket, ma'am, son. Yeah, you. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I always have since day one, regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me against me, and I say that respectfully. You are beautiful, you are handsome, you marry, you're worthy. Never give up on yourself because someone doesn't know how to respect you or love you or protect you. When right people walk into your life, regardless of the relationship status, they respect you with no intentions. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. I'm still healing from a hate crime. I'm far from paranoid to what I experienced at the end of the day. But the devil can never win. And especially when I put it in God's hands. And I say that respectfully. Because every chance I get, I will forever look the devil in the eyes. And I will tell you at the end of the day the same thing I'm saying right now. I don't live in fear. Always be yourself. Loving yourself is not a crime. I walk these streets alone, and I would never hurt myself. And I say that respectfully. I never signed up for someone's one-sided contract. Regardless to who trying to steal my creativity, whatever the case may be, I never gave nobody permission to. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And never feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person, because when God reveals the devil on the enemy, that's why God protects you. And God is not for likes if he's a clout chasing or fame. We are all not the same, neighbor. Trying to overcome pain. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and my content is not for everyone. When someone threatens your life that nobody's going to hear you or believe you, regardless of their tax bracket, that does not mean live in fear. And that does not mean not speak up for yourself. Because when it's their household, they will want somebody to speak up for them too. Regardless if they're capable or not capable of talking for themselves, or if there's one of their loved ones or someone that they care or love at the end of the day, they will want someone to speak for them. I do not live in fear. And I would never hurt myself or my peers around me. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, regardless who's trying to blackmail me against me. You know, gang stalking is real. You don't have to know somebody for someone to gang stalk you. You can say hello to somebody. You can wish somebody well. And the whole time, at the end of the day, they send you the evil eye. How they gather folks in different communities, paying this person, paying that person to try to dim your light. How this type of stuff actually happens. I would never call myself a victim. I want to call myself a survivor at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully because I overcame it. And I'm still doing it today. And I'm not giving up on myself. And I say that respectfully because I do not live in fear, regardless of your tax brackets. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I would never hurt myself, regardless of what I'm going through. When God shows up for you at the end of the day, that energy is different. Always be yourself with no misintentions. You are loved and respected by all the right people that's truly for you. Healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process. It's not. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Stop the violence in the community. Stop the violence in the community. Now, I gotta go. Peace and respect, send they bust the lunch. Don't dim your light. Always be yourself, and I say respectfully. You know, when it comes to gang stalking, they will hack your devices, monitor your phone calls, hack your emails, your accounts, act like they're you, and even at the end of the day, blackmail you against you. They will even try to ruin your reputation. They will paint you out to be something you're truly not. They will make sure that certain individuals don't see who you truly are. They will try to paint you out to be the villain in their story, all because you know how to speak up for yourself. When you was far from being aggressive, when you was far from being disrespectful. I know how to respect my neighbor, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, regardless of your tax bracket. I'm not aging on respect, and I would never hurt myself when I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. They would even use your own documentations against you. And I say that respectfully, just to blackmail you against you, to paint you out to be mentally unstable. But everybody has good days, bad days, misunderstanding days. Someone doesn't understand your walk of life. It was never meant for them to understand at the end of the day. But they would try to ruin your reputation, all because they want to control the narrative, even though spoken in talks away. I don't live in fear, and I say that respectfully. Any negative energy, return back to sender. I call my power back at the end of the day. I'm choosing me. I'm not aging on respect. I'm far from a hater. Today is currently September 12th, 2025. When it comes to my creativity, I give to my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God, and I work by myself, and I always have since day one. I never gave nobody permission to use my creativity as their own, and I never gave nobody to speak for me on my behalf. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, and I say that respectfully. It's people that's plotting on me right now, and I do not live in fear. They're willing to blackmail me against me, but I do not live in fear. But God sees everything. When God reveals his devil, when you least expect it, we're on two different levels. I truly hope that you find peace within, neighbor, but stay in your lane. It was never, I outdo you better than you. And it was never about your money at the end of the day, but just stay in your lane. Straight thought for me. How folks try to rob you mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. Even try to energy harvest off your energy. Even be behind your accounts and pretending to be you. Or they will manipulate your numbers. They would do this, they would do that, and all that. When I started this at the end of the day, it was never for likes and views of cloud chasing. Who's for me at the end of the day is going to respect me. And I'm going to respect them. I'm not sending my neighbor the evil eye. I'm not projecting spirit towards my neighbor. Elevation is different when the right people's in your life. You ain't got to pretend to be authentic with no misintentions. I'm not using respect. Set the vibes. Peace and respect, chill, I boss, I want you, I don't want to dim your Lord.